Okay, Steve, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Good, thanks, Rusty.
Okay, we're moving along on the Rovers, and we've got a race Rover now. Tell me a little bit about this car.
This is just a fun car. It's just a project of mine. I started 3 or 4 years ago, trying to make a statement that Rovers did do quite well at racing at one point. A lot of people look at the old Audi Rovers, then we are so much more than that when you look at it.
All right, now what's the make and model of this car?
This is a 1982 Rover Series 2 SD1, 4-speed manual, which are fairly hard to get nowadays. Yep. And it's just prettied up a little bit to make it look and sound and go a bit better like a race car.
All right, what's it running?
3.5 litre V8, standard at the moment. The Vitesse is the one that everybody wants, but they didn't make very many of them. And it will shortly have a Vitesse twin plenum manifold put on it. One of about 250 made, so that will make it go a little bit better.
I'm sure it will. Now, what made you make a car into a replica race car? Because this, I suppose, would be a tribute car.
Tribute car, that's really what it is. And it's decked up in the Austin Rover colours with a little bit of Formula One colour scheme to it as well.
Okay, now, you were telling me a little bit about the history of Rovers in the race industry as well. They did pretty well?
Yes, they did very well. Tom Walkinshaw is probably the one who had most success, particularly in Europe. The cars came out here in 1985 at Bathurst and cleaned up the class pretty well, beat the opposition by at least 4 laps. And with a little 3.5 litre motor, they managed to finish 12th, which I think was pretty good up against the big 5 litre Commodores and the other competition.
Yeah, no, it is. Now, how do you find driving this particular car?
This car's nice. They are really nice. Nice, smooth. They handle fairly well. Back in the day, Leyland tended to bugger things up a little bit. So
let's not go there.
but they're pretty easy to sort. So it is a nice car and very easy to drive. Very responsive motor. Nice and torquey. You can take off in very low gears if you want to. Very high gears rather if you want to. Yeah.
All right. Now, how long have you actually owned the car for?
This one I've had for 3 years.
All right. Now, obviously, you didn't buy it like this or not?
No. It's been worked on.
Yeah. What have you done?
What have I done? Paint job, engine, suspension, a little bit of engine work, suspension. That's about it, really.
All right. But you've done a lot to it over the short period of time that you've actually had it.
Yeah. It's good fun.
Good fun.
Keeps me out the pub.
Now, well, that's it. And you're like, funny enough, actually, spending money on cars is an investment in a way.
Yes.
And you're doing it towards an asset rather than, I shouldn't say, but pissing up against the wall. I think you're talking about going to the pub anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So for all those young kids out there, you should get into classic cars and enjoy it as well.
And Rovers are good ones. They're easy to work on, and they're not very expensive when you compare them with some of the other countries' cars around the place. So yeah, you could pick up one of these in good running, registered condition for $3,000 maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
pretty affordable then.
Oh yeah, they're quite affordable and they're not too expensive to work on. Okay. And parts are fairly readily available.
All right, Steve, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper, and good to see a race version of a Rover on the TV.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.